gonna put like a bullet in the back of my head and just like... Is there gonna be like a crossbow bolt that just like goes in a tree? It looks like he's fingering his hole with my phone. Intros are for YouTubers with an audience. Let's try and find all of the endings to Mushroom Oasis. I don't actually know how you get the endings to each of them, so I guess I'm just gonna kind of play through and just click the opposites of what I always did. So it's gonna be a video of a lot of chops, because we'll cut out all the stuff that we've already played and we'll just get to the endings, the new bits and my reactions and the oh and the e's and the wows, you know? We just got into Mychael. Oh my god, it's mighty creaky, isn't it? We just got to Mychael's house. I'm gonna pretend to be asleep, so we're gonna do everything opposite. I shut my eyes quickly, hoping they hadn't noticed. I slowed down my breathing, willing my face muscles to stay still. From beside me, someone chuckled softly. I already know you're awake, Firefly. Oh, I missed Firefly. Come on now. I'm not gonna hurt you. I fluttered my eyelids, straining to look at the person approaching. My eyes widened as I took in their appearance, and here we go. It changed nothing. Failure number 1, added to the list. Didn't change, mark it number 1. I wasn't expecting guests today, but the food's nothing fancy. But join me for dinner? He looked so hopeful, ears drooping. You'd feel so bad if you'd had to say no. Well, last time I said yes because, you know, of course, how could you say no to a lovely boy like this? But today we're gonna be bad. We're gonna be bad boys together. Me and you. We're gonna be bad, gender neutral entities. We're gonna say no to the boy, to the Mychael. I ignored the pleading voice in the back of my head, sealing my resolve. Stealing my resolve. Strangely enough, the second I made up my mind, the faint static that fogged my thoughts cleared instantly, only replaced with the urgent need to go back home. Mychael goes quiet, his grip on my hand tightening before he loosens his hold. I see. If that's what you want. But are you really sure? Man, it's really as like, I have to double down to fuck it up. Yes, it's what I meant to do. His ears flattened at my words. He laughs an empty laugh, mouth twisting into a crooked grimace. Surely you wouldn't mind sitting down for a quick meal? Just a bite, even? Please? His hands fisted at his sides. Oh no, we made him angry. He's getting aggro. Do you really have to go? Oh my god. Jesus, it really... I have a feeling I don't really get a choice here. Yes, I have to go, Mychael. I don't want to eat my cat. Mychael stared at me as if looking for something. Finally, he sighed in defeat. Oh, all right. I guess I can't keep you here. Not anymore. Let me lead you outside. Oh my god, is this going to be like a mice and men? Is he going to put like a bullet in the back of my head and just like... Mychael ushered me towards the back door, swinging it open as he sidestepped to let me out. The chill breeze crept along my arms. I turned towards him one last time. Thanks again for everything. He was silent for a moment, staring past me into the trees. You're welcome. Be careful on your way back. I'm sorry there's not much more I could do for you. He's been nothing but gracious. It's a strange farewell, but I was too occupied with the thoughts of returning home to care. I looked over towards the woods, the shadows cast from the moonlight causing some hesitation in me. Do you mind giving me some directions as a head start? Mychael looked at me finally, then to the horizon with a tilt of his chin. Keep heading in that direction. You'll come across a trail that'll lead you straight home. I waved at him as he shut the door, the mechanism locking shut with a click. I stood there for a moment, questioning if I had made the right decision or not. Another urgent thought compelled me to leave. This is no place for me. I have to go. It was already too late to go back, so I gathered my resolve and walked away. Is there going to be like a crossbow bolt that just like goes in a tree? Walked and walked. Trees blended into one another after a while. I should have been afraid or concerned, but it felt right. The darkness that surrounded me was too comforting for me to feel in danger. I steered away from the direction Mychael showed me ages ago, my feet willingly carrying my body to someplace specific. Someplace special. It's going to be the mushroom circle, isn't it? A final destination. Oh my god. He's gonna die from some freak accident. Here, the patch of mushrooms I had stepped in earlier. I was meant to be here. I was always meant to be here. I laid down in the cold, wet dirt and closed my eyes. There's not much I could do if the forest has staked its claim on you, Firefly. I wish I had found you sooner. Sleep well, Harry. Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god, there's a fucking outline of a person. I was like, I became a mushroom. Oh, there's songs next to it. Oh, no. Oh, that's so sad. How the fuck did I just miss that? I was too busy. I was like, how did I become a mushroom? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's actually really sad. Wait, was the cat's outline there on the first mushroom then? Or I just missed that as well? Oh, why the fuck did you make me play this, you horrible twisted fucks? What's wrong with you? Back here, so I guess it doesn't hurt to stay. Mychael's jaw dropped for a second before he quickly recovered. Yes, of course. Here, come, sit. I'll serve up the cottage pie in a minute. I sat as instructed, my stomach rumbling something fierce as the smell was the only thing I could focus on. Yes, this was definitely the right choice. What was so important that you had to leave so soon? The outside world can wait. You could stay here and enjoy the company. Oh, actually, I should ask, are you okay with meat for dinner? I could make something else if it's not your preference. So the last time we said yes, we'll eat meat, so I'm going to say no, because I don't want to eat my cat. I don't eat meat. Good thing I asked. Thanks for letting me know. Let me pick some veggies from the garden, and I'll make you something. He left out the back door with a basket, coming back in surprisingly quick with a smile on his face. Motherfucker just speed around the garden, just like fucking got that shit on Games Done Quick. I expected him to toss something into the bowl and have it just done like that. But apparently he had other plans. I watched as he washed the veggies thoroughly before chopping them up with an extra sharp knife, setting them aside and pulling out a container from one of the cabinets. He set the pan on the stove and oiled it up, tossing in half the ingredients and seasoning them with some herbs and spices, while the pot boils next to it. The small kitchen quickly filled up with the smell of his cooking. My mouth was already watering in response. I twiddled with a fork on the table, trying to ignore the gnawing feeling in my gut. Luckily, I didn't have to wait long. Before I knew it, Mychael had already finished, humming as he strode over to the table and set my food down in front of me. Ooh, that looks pleasant. I looked down at my dinner and almost gasped. It looked so good. The rice was fluffy as it peeked out from underneath a colourful pile of veggies. I didn't know a simple dish could look so tantalizing. The serving size was a bit heartier than I expected. He must have known I was starving. Mychael brought over his own serving of cottage pie as he settled into his seat. Sorry to make you wait. I tried to keep it simple but filling. Go ahead, Firefly. Dig in. He didn't have to tell me twice. I jabbed my fork into the dish, scooping up the rice with a spoon in the other hand and shoving it into my mouth. Hot. Mychael kept a polite expression in the corner of his mouth lifting as I panted with the food still in my mouth. He gave me a few seconds to recover, elbow planted on the table. Is it good? I nodded vigorously, even though my buds were burning. And my buds were blazing, dude. Whoa, marijuana jug. I couldn't taste anything. He laughed. It's usually better on the second bite. I slowed down, hand on my mouth as Mychael poked his fork into his pie and tentatively blew on the plate to make sure it was cool before taking another bite. He was right. The second bite was a lot better. The rice was soft and flavorful, mixing in nicely with the crunch of vegetables with every chew. I'd never had greens this fresh. With how gently he cooked them, every single element was finished to perfection. He clearly had Gordon Ramsay's book next to the porno on the shelf. Aren't they basically the same? Oh. My host watched me enjoy the meal from across the table. Do you like it? Yeah, this tastes amazing, Mychael. He flushed from the compliment, rubbing the back of his neck. I'm glad. I like to think of myself as a decent cook, but I've never been able to get anyone else's opinion on that. Do you like bacon in particular? Okay, I think we're caught up now. I think he's shut up about the rice and veggies, so we haven't skipped any dialogue. So now we fucking enter warp speed, and we just fucking escape. What happened? Ah yes, we found his giant penis. Last time we stayed, we kept our cool, because honestly I thought it was kind of cool thing, to be honest. But now I'm gonna freak the fuck out. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is that? Oh, or I'm gonna call him just a monster to his face. Monster. I flinched as his eyes thinned up in sharp stilts. Stilts? Really? I flinched as his eyes thinned up into sharp slits. No. You're a monster. Hurry. I kicked back against the chair, letting it clatter to the ground as I scrambled into the living room. He was a freak. How did I ever let him get close to me? I had to escape. Now. Motherfucker. He has a tail and a couple extra eyeballs. And you're like, monster. This whole time, though, he's had, like, fucking horns, green skin, and you never even got to see his face, and you were like, that's fine by me, baby. I love green people. Or, oh, that sounds really, like, racially motivated now. I'm gonna shut up. I ran to the door furthest into the room, hoping it was the exit, rattling the doorknob desperately. It was locked shut. Hurry, please. I abandoned the front door and ran to the window by the side of my bed, my fingernails scraping against the seal. It was sealed tight. He had used Gorilla Glue, the lock barely budging as I tried twisting it with my fingers. Heavy boots slowly came closer behind me. Oh my god, it looks like we've just done a home invasion. Get your fucking hands up! I spun around to see him at the edge of the doorway, hands up in a careful stance. Harry, calm down. I'm begging you, just let me explain. Stay away from me. My eyes landed on the basket on the bedside table. The needle was glinting against the firelight. Take them or leave them? Oh, we're taking them. We're arming ourselves. I grasped both needles and pulled them from the yarn, the basket dropping to the floor in haste. Holding them to my chest, I stepped back as Mychael came closer, eyes wild as he realized what I held. Hey. Look at me, Harry. I'm a fucking freak. Oh no. You don't want to do this. You're going to hurt yourself. Let go of those things. Attack him or listen to him? Balls to the wall. Oh my. Aiming blindly, I lunged forward. He probably wasn't expecting it because he had hardly moved as I stabbed him straight through his chest. He bleeds blue. Oh, Mychael. I'm sorry. Oh, who's gonna call me Firefly now? A choked sound made past... Sorry, I'm choked up. A choked sound made past his lips. Made past his lips? What? Okay, I read it right. It just doesn't make sense in my little fucking tiny ass brain. My little monkey brain. It's not even a monkey brain. I got like something weird going up in my head.
About your car's extended warranty.
A choked sound made past his lips before he collapsed. His disgusting pair of eyes dazed, searching for me in the room. Harry, I can't see you. I backed away, my breath lodged in my throat. That's okay. I know you you can hear me. This hurts so much. He wheezed out a pained laugh. You know, I was so alone. When you came along, I was so happy. He's also just aged about 100 years in the fall. He fell so quick it was light years. He's now 78. Just to talk to someone. To have dinner with someone. You even liked my cooking. It looks like he's fingering his hole with my phone.
Huh?
It looks like he's got his finger in his wound, is a better way of saying. That is the noise you would make. Fuck. I'm ruining the mood, I'm so sorry. I really thought you would be different. Did you really hate the way I looked that much? Oh my god, is this a hate crime? Did we just commit a hate crime? What the fuck? I didn't agree to this. Wait a minute. He laughed bitterly once more, spitting out some blood. Why do I keep lying to myself? This has always been my fate since the beginning. At last, I got one last wish. I'm not dying alone. Harry, are you there? Please. I'm getting cold. Tell me you're there. I didn't realize I had tears streaming down my face. He sounded so pathetic. I stared down at my hands, the hands that hurt Mychael. Had I made a mistake? A sputtered cough snapped my attention back to him. I think this is goodbye, Harry. But by the will of the forest, He cast one last breath, the sound rattling across the empty cabin as his eyes glassed over completely. I sunk to my knees, hands still shaking. What have I done? Ending 2, you monster. Damn, dude. I think they should rename that. Ending 2, you committed a hate crime. It wasn't self-defense. It was just straight up, you look different, you're dead. Which is just... What? Okay, so we're gonna not stab him to death this time. And we're gonna just kind of glance at the murder weapon and not do anything about it. Okay, leave them. Defenseless, I faced Mychael as he stepped closer. I couldn't stop staring at those eyes. They looked wide with panic. Okay, listen to me. Everything's gonna be all right. Stay away from me, you freak. Why do you hate me that much, Firefly? Can't we just start over? I shook my head, backing away from him. Just leave me be, bitch. Get the fuck away from me. I don't want to be anywhere near you. You fucking freak. Little green boy. Little goblin-looking little fuck. Little garden gnome. Fucking troglodyte-looking boy. Mychael stopped advancing, his hands fisting at his sides. I wonder who he's fisting. Oh, okay. That's okay. I'll let you go, Firefly. Just... I screamed as his arms wrapped around me. All I could do was twist in his hold. I could feel something tightening around my legs. His grip on my chin forcing me to look at his face. Oh my god, he's got his little fucking weird penis wrapped around my legs. What a freak. Let go of me. Let go. You fucking freak. Static. All I could hear was static. My body went against my will as I slackened up against him, limp as a ragdoll, as his eyes bored straight into mine. Michael's smile was manic. That's it, Firefly. I've caught you now. I don't like it. You'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Of course. Of course everything's fine. What did you have to worry about anyways? It was just your dear sweet friend, Mychael. Trustworthy Mychael. Safe and sound Mychael. He was all that you needed. That's right. Settle in, Firefly. We're binging friends. Let me go. I'll take good care of you. I promise. I can't have the real you. But I'll willingly play pretend if it means I get to keep you. Your name is Harry. You live in the woods with your best friend, Mychael. You love Mychael, and he loves you. You've never had a job, you never had a cat. You've never left these woods. You've never had a home anywhere else. You are already home. Hey, Firefly. You want to help with dinner today? Of course you do. Come on. Ending 3, playing pretend. So ending 3, we just became like a fucking... like a lobotomized sex doll that could just walk around, but we're still... Oh, wait, what a weird ending. It's like a Stockholm syndrome. Oh, man. I see why you guys wanted me to play the other endings. That shit got fucking weird. I think my most upsetting ending is when we literally just stabbed the dude to death with blunt knitting needles, which is just like... I think that was my well, not my favorite. That was the one I was like, oh, I'm glad I went back and played that. That was fucked. I might be wrong, but I've read it on the itch.io page from the dev, and it said 3 bad endings and then 1 progression ending. We had the progression ending in the main playthrough, and we just did 3 bad ones. We can't do both hands at once. Apparently my cognitive function fucking start to fall off. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Appreciate ya. Love ya. Let's hope that I can keep your favor for a little bit longer, because I've like spent money now. Like I've upgraded my audio setup. I've got a new camera to make everything nicer for you to watch. So hopefully you keep watching. Otherwise it would just be a very sad just archive of time wasted that I'll show my kids one day and be like, this is what your fucking father was doing in his youth. I'm rambling. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, all that jazz.